in Canvas, under the settings, specifically for your class, there's a number of different statistics and status pieces of information that are on the right-hand side or at the bottom of your Canvas of this page. They show up at the bottom if your screen is too narrow. So right now you see them on the right-hand side of my page here. So course statistics, I have not published this course, so there's no statistics to be found, but this will give you just some statistics about what's going on in your course. Course calendar allows you to look at the calendar for your course. We'll dig into that a little later. You can conclude the course. Please don't. This can take 4 hours if you need to go back into your course and look at student work or anything like that. So please don't do this, but I want you to know that it exists. When you are done with the course, simply having the end date occur, which is here on the left. If you have this end date, whatever that is, happen at the end of that end date, or when that date happens, students no longer have access to the course. That does the same thing as concluding the course as far as students are concerned. If you hit conclude, it actually makes changes such that it takes a lot of extra effort to get back into the course. So please do not conclude the course. Import course content, we covered specifically in another video. Export course content. This is where you can export your course. You have an option of exporting only a quiz. This is for classic quizzes, and it is only the quiz. It does not include any question banks for that quiz, just the quiz itself. You can export the quiz, and you can export all quizzes or individual quizzes, or you can export the whole course and create export here. That creates an export that is now available for you to use at a different college, for you to give to somebody else, etc. Some of these exports get to be very large, so do be careful trying to email them or something like that. Going back to settings, there's some cases where you will see reset course content, specifically if the course has been manually created, you can see reset course content. If you need to reset your course content and you do not see it, please let your instructional technologist know. It's a great way to just wipe out everything. However, it will wipe out everything. Does not wipe out the students, does not wipe out your access to it, but everything else. Student submissions, assignments, you name it, everything else goes away when you hit reset course content. So just be very careful if you're going to do that and understand what you're doing at that time. The next one here, validate links in content. So when you import something, another course, even a module or a portion of a course, a quiz, something like that, sometimes there's links that are in there that have a problem. What you can do is click on validate links in content. It will scan through the whole course and tell you every place where you have corrupted links. Now, sometimes it's really hard to find, but it really does a good job of really going through your course and making sure that you've got valid links throughout your course. Going down further, you can see the breakup of the current students. So you see that in this particular class, I have one student. I have nobody that said I was a no email student. That's something specific to IVC. Have two teachers, a faculty resources admin. Again, that's something specific to IVC. And depending on the type of course you have, you may see different numbers in these. TAs, observers, we have almost no designers at IVC, but we do have many of the rest of these quite a bit. So it gives you here under settings, it just gives you a quick view of what's available.